playing, the center spot and guarding some real bigs, whether it was Cam Bayes or Sill or Griner. And, sure, they brought doubles, that sort of thing. But Tasha had a heck of a year defensively and offensively. I mean, she just had an all-around tremendous season. She got an opportunity in Seattle when Crystal Langhorne went down and grabbed a hold of a starting job and never let it go, and was a big factor in that team's success. And, we're happy for T. She's a champion again. She went to 4 straight finals and is a back-to-back champion. So pretty impressive, for her, to be able to get that done. And it was a big reason why Seattle was both good offensively and defensively, which was the difference for them this season.
Sue Bird's been great for a long time. Did you think or know that Breanna Stewart was going to be this dominant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that was, when you look at her in college and you see her skill set, she's 6'4", athletic. Now, I didn't really buy into, early on when she was in college, the white kid that could dunk type of thing. I didn't really buy into that because that doesn't mean anything. Can you play? Can you play? Yeah. And she can play. I mean, again, UConn players come out with a way about them, that they understand how to play the game, particularly on the offensive side. And she went through her challenges early on at UConn with Gino and him, challenging her. But I'm sure she would credit their coaching staff with bringing her along to the heights that she won 4 championships in college.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty darn impressive. And her ability to shoot the 3, her ability to go off the bounce, get to the foul line. She's got nice moves on the block. Defensively, she was able to be matched up on 4s this year and not 5s, because that's what it was for her before. She was the one that had to guard Sill. And so I think that move really, really helped her. And frankly, I remember very, very vividly last summer in Seattle at the All-Star game. We were all in the locker room, waiting for something. And Sue and Breanna Stewart were in there, and they were, really angered by their team's lack of success. They were sort of embarrassed, that they weren't achieving what they wanted to achieve. And you could see then the determination. And then it's talked about that Sue and Breanna and Jewel got together and said, hey, this is how we're going to do it. Sue was, I'm sure, at the forefront of that. And, we're going to work out together. We're going to do these things together. And that's what it takes. When you look at our group, that we had our core 4, for a long, long time before, we added a 5th in Sill. But it's the same thing, the chemistry that we go as you guys go. Natasha Howard's able to do what she's able to do because the other ones are so darn good that, you kind of go, well, I know Natasha's really good, but I have to stop Sue and Jewel and Breanna. And so I think that determination for them to, be more successful. I don't know that they would have thought they could have, won the championship this year so quickly. But we didn't either in 2011 when we came off of our second to worst. In the 2010 season, we were the second to worst team, and we won a championship the following year. So you don't see that coming. But I can tell you that they earned it. They worked for it, and you could see their determination to turn things around.
Imagine Breanna Stewart's numbers if Brunson decides to retire.
Yeah, actually just talking to some players here, like Atina Charles, we were talking about Rebecca Brunson, and she said she's the hardest player to play against.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and yeah, I mean, for sure, I think that there'll be a number of people that will volunteer to host the retirement party for Rebecca. But yeah, I mean, that's something that, again, it equates to championships, what she's done for us, and hopefully she's up for doing it again.
Let's get a final thought from Cheryl before she boards a flight to go to her next stop. Once again, thank you to everybody who listens. We have a great relationship with our listeners. It's one of the fun things about doing our own thing here. Do us a favor, download before you listen. It's good. It's a better listening experience. It's good for our business. And thanks to Brandon Morton, our producer. And again, you can reach me at jsouhan47@gmail.com if you want to host the show in the future, or if you want to advertise with this show or any across the network. What's your final thought before you head off to Europe?
Well, I think fitting with the close of the WNBA season, one, people are going, okay, what now? WNBA fans are saying, well, we can watch USA basketball. I think they're going to be on. They're going to be televising the games from the World Cup, so you can get your fix by watching WNBA players. I'm sure that they will be, posting how you can watch, when you can watch, that sort of thing. So, but it was just a heck of a season in terms of the support, the number of people writing about us, talking about us, the ratings being up. And so we have tremendous momentum. And so I just, for me, I just that feeling of being appreciative of all the people that are saying, they're acting, they're not, sitting idly by and letting someone else fight the fight. There are people that are actively participating, men, women, who just see the promise of the WNBA and its future. And so I'm really, really buoyed by that support. And when I get back to town, I'll be ready to get to work and get our roster formulated and build momentum to go into the 2019 season.
And one thing we've noticed on this podcast network is our listenership sticks with us, sometimes even grows in the off season, because fun thing about off-season shows is you're not just talking about games, you're talking about philosophies. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about the growth of the WNBA, how it can grow more, equity in sports. Again, your formulation of a new roster and the moves you're going to make. We're probably going to have player news coming out. I think it's going to be a fascinating winter, and I look forward to, and we're going to have time to get more in depth on some of these topics that we've touched on as we've gone along.
Yeah, and I think that's important. We do that in the off season for our fans. Like you said, there's a thirst for that knowledge, and we have to, give the fans what they want. So I look forward to doing the next one.
Great. Well, travel safely, Cheryl. Thanks so much as always, and we'll talk to you soon.